Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League 2 Premier League here with Bath City. I join you today with some bad news and then some good news. So the bad news, as you can see on the screen, Jordan Tilson is injured with a hamstring strain, putting him out for 3 weeks, which basically puts him out now until the playoff games, which we are guaranteed. That's the bad news. The good news you'll see here, Bath City announced new intake of youth players. Our annual youth candidate intake has arrived for assessment whilst it remains very early in their prospective careers. These players, led by the very gifted Gabby Rivers, have a real chance of developing into a golden generation for the club. You'll see 4 elite prospects here, and we'll take a look at them. Logan Morris, defence, right centre or defensive mid. Take a look at his stats quickly. I do want some help on positions you think I should play these players, where they might look suited to play, and where I should train them into, because I am aware youth players come through, it might say they're a striker, but they end up having 4 finishing and 20 tackling, not literally, but you get what I mean. So Logan Morris there, Gabby Rivers as an attacking mid, right, centre or a striker, looks quite good there, quite fast. His finishing down at 2 tells me he's not actually going to be a striker. Same for Gerard Diot from France, can play on the right, left or as striker. He's finishing a bit better at 6. This guy, Stefan Seeley, a centre-back. He looks like a centre-back with 14 heading. That kind of physical there. Great centre-back. Top prospects here, we have a goalkeeper. Good, because I might get rid of Wiles Richards or someone. Simon Skewes attacking mid right or centre. Nathan Hodson here as a defence left, midfielder left or even midfield centre. Andre West. Now look at that, he's a midfield centre, attacking mid right centre striker. 19 bravery, 16 determination, 14 flair, 12 leadership, 13 technique, 13 first touch, finishing of 10. Pace of 7, balance of 10. He's definitely a winger or striker. Now I have taken a look at these as well, and you'll see this Ian McPherson, a Scottish striker with 16 finishing. Now the rest of the stuff's meh, but 16 finishing for our level is unbelievable. Scott Gallagher here, centre defence, defensive mid or midfield centre. Good heading, marking, aggression, balance, jump and reach. Probably more of a centre back there. Justin Cornick, defender or midfielder, right hand side, very determined, very physical. His technical's really poor, so that tells me he's definitely a right back. Alan Jones, attacking mid right or left. Probably won't even make the team at any point. I am going to go ahead and sign all of these players just so I can have an under 18/under 21 squad. Mohamed, one of my favourite players here. Hopefully he comes good, although he doesn't look like he has much potential. Ben Evans as a midfield or attacking midfield. And last but not least, Charlie Payne as a midfield right. So that is the good news. That's a good youth intake there. Like I said, I've offered them all a contract, and the only one to sign so far is Logan Morris before we go in this game. So if I can find him somewhere in my squad, he will be playing, and here he is. Logan Morris. Let's get him first of all straight on the bench for Bowman. And Logan Morris, where did we say he could play? He's a defence, right centre or a DM. Aggression, determination, teamwork, agility, balance, natural fitness, pace. He looks like more of a right back, and to be honest, Reigns isn't the best player, so Morris is getting his first start for the team. Other than that, we're going full strength. Apart from Tomlinson Tilson, who I just told you got injured, who Sweetens came in for. So let's go to this match and give our first youth player, Morris, a chance in the side. We literally signed him, technically, today, and he's already in the lineup ready to go. I'm excited about this youth intake and to get some depth in my squad and have an under 21/under 18 team where when players are returning from injury, they can play in there to get to full fitness rather than having to rush them straight back in the main team. alongside that it will keep people's match sharpness up. The likes of Bremen, who's not making many first team appearances, but when I do need to call upon him, it'd be good that he was playing with the under-18s, under-21s, and they were keeping him match sharp. But here we go, we will keep track of how Morris does on his debut. As I said, I thought that was going to be a goal. We've already guaranteed playoffs, so these youth players that I sign will probably play in his last game or two. And we're mixing some main team players just to make sure they're still match fit. But these youth players could be the future of my club. Because I said it before, I don't like to overhaul completely a full team. And the youth players, what's the point of having the youth academy, especially what's being teased as a golden generation here for Bath, if I'm not going to use at least a couple of them and try and make them brilliant. At the moment, like I said, Morris is the only one who's officially signed a contract with us, which is why he's the only one currently in this team. But believe me, as the rest sign, they will be making starts, and we will be seeing where they are best placed in this team. And that is a chance almost off the bar there. They've played it back. Good defence, and that's another Chesham corner there. I'm getting carried away with this youth academy. When I saw the news come up, it was a golden generation. I looked for a couple of the players, especially McPherson up top with 16 finishing. I've moaned all season we're not finishing our chances. Now, if this bloke with 16 finishing can't finish them for us at our level, I don't know anyone who will be able to. And that's a goal, 1-0 up to Chesham. Nathan Minhas puts the 1-0 up. Good ball there from Mitchell Weiss. And to be honest, I've talked a lot at the start of this game, but we look to be getting... I was about to say we look to be getting dominated, but actually, looking at the stats, there's about a 50-50 here. I'm looking forward to exactly what's going on for our team and for the future of this club. Having the first youth intake be so good, I am excited. Going back to this game here, about half an hour in, not too many major highlights, and the only two I recall seeing both fell to Chesham. So we really get a chance here with Sweet and to Russ. Here's out to Morris. Morris, what are you going to do with it? You're going to have a shot, mate, blocked out for a corner. Don't mind that from the young man in his debut, willing to drive with the ball and take the shot on. I believe a lot of Bath City's academy players and stuff are linked with Bath College. I see that quite a lot. I think Sweeten was doing something with Bath College, and he plays for England college team or something along those lines. So I imagine that's where my strand of youth players came from. A bit odd to have a French guy in there in Diot. You expect a lower league, majority would be English, but then again, everyone lives everywhere now, don't they? So that's a ball from Windsor. Someone should be getting on the end of that. And here's Morris, plays it simply to Greenside, who has a shot. That goes behind for another corner. Yeah, I think McPherson might even start in the playoffs, to be honest, with his 16 finishing. I don't see many other candidates. I will have to look at his other stats. He definitely will be on the bench. And if I'm struggling for a goal in the playoffs, he'll go up top. And I hope that we make a good enough chance for him to easily tap it in. But we reach half time and it's been quite a boring game so far against Chesham. Limited chances in terms of highlights actually shown. And my team, to be honest, have done absolutely nothing that first half. Looks like Windsor's apparently having quite a good game, but I've not seen much from him either. But maybe I will now as he gets on the ball. He plays it in, and that's a long shot wasted by Mokavor. And I made these two loan signings up front in hopes they'd improve what we're doing, but I don't think they have too much. Now they have been scoring, but we've not been dominating as we used to, but that could be down to my formation change as much as it can be the personnel. It's hard to change a formation, you know, what were we, 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the season, and I've gone into a new formation that you're going to play the next few games. And so far it's worked out okay for us. I don't think we've lost a game with it, although I do think we drew. I get 2-2 against Chippenham, was it? So we'll keep an eye on how this goes, but that's Weiss down the wing again, looking to get a ball in. Back to Rolfe, to Brown. Chesham on a slow build up here, but it's a good build up. Bennett's looking to come inside. He's now gone outside. And to be honest, Morris was in no man's land against Bennett. But I'm happy to see him getting some minutes already in the first team. We've got a tired face out there in terms of Windsor. And we have Keto to return. Beardmore for Jenkins Davies. And Mokafor for Sinner. 3 quick subs there. Early in the second half, but we need something. Sweeten's out of the front post, but that will fall straight back to Chesham. They have a chance to get the ball in again. It's a bit of a long shot. I'm going to change to my more attacking version of this formation and tactic as well, as we are chasing a goal. 10 minutes in the second half, I'm not being impressed by what I've seen. And there's a cheap foul there, really, from Chesham. Who didn't want Alvarez cutting in on his left foot. He's been fouled. He looks like he's down in a bit of pain there. He is able to continue for now, but that knock has knocked him a bit. And I think we get Ash on for Alves as we've gone more attacking. The whole front four has changed. I'm not being impressed with the chances we've created. Hopefully these substitutions can create more, but it looks like instead we're on the defence again with Weiss down the wing. Here, look to get the ball in, surely he does. Batten wants it on. Can Morris keep it in play? No, he cannot. Chesham on the attack again. They try and get the ball in its block, but it falls straight back to him. Bath City, to be honest, we're pinned in. And that's an absolute waste of the ball. Easy catch for Wiles Richards. What can he do here now? Played out. Bath City up into Chesham's final third. Into Kete, back to Danny. Quick ball to Ash. Over the bar. And to be honest, it's another story of not taking our chances. 11 shots, only 3 on target. We have a 1.19 XG. 0 goals. Absolutely nothing. Greenslade in the box, sorely. Sinner over the bar. And I don't mind too much about the results, but we cannot go into the playoffs on a bad run of form. So we need to try and get something here. And that's the Beardmore backhill to Sweet and Russ now. This looks like a good attack. To Ash. Back to Russ, he looks wide. Keto does get there. And he gets there well, takes on his man brilliantly. Where's the options? There's the option. And here's it again. Meet your boy Beardmore. Saving our bacon, I think, for the second game in a row. And he looks like someone who's earned his space in these playoff games over Jenkins Davies. Morris forward. I may even try Beardmore and Cam Jenkins Davies on the left and put Windsor back up top. With Sinner and Mokafor not really taking their chances well enough. But another chance for Chesham. Bennett tries to call it inside the right hand post, but he can't do it. And we are down to the last 15 minutes here. A tight fought game so far. Good header there by Morris. He hasn't been bad really on his debut. He may be at fault for the game, but he managed to steady himself. But Chesham retaining the ball here. Poor tackle by Greenslade, pulled his man back. And Greenslade just getting a telling off, lucky to escape a yellow card really. Into the final 10 and we see Chesham on the ball again. Like I said, this change formation, we lose the amount of ball we have, but we do gain the amount of opportunities we're having, to be honest. And that's a wasteful pass by Morris now. Greenslade with another poor challenge. He has to go into the book this time, and he does. And to be honest, that's 2 potentially bookable offences there for Danny Greenslade in a short space of time. I'm going to look to take him off. I think that's the game telling me. So I now need to bring on Tomlinson only as my only option. So he's going to go centre back pass. I will move to left back and we'll keep Kettle on that wing. That makes the most sense of the players available. And here comes the ball in from Chesham, out by Ban, out by Keto. And it's won well by Russ, into Sinner. Morris now, directly forward to Ash, directly forward towards Beardmore, and that's cleared by Chesham. And the substitute's made by Danny Greenstade. You want to get in a red card today. And that's a good ball by Morris, but nobody's back there. Parsal will pick it up in the left back spot. Into Sweeten, out to Parsal again. Will he look to get this ball in? He does. Ash beating to it on the back stick. That'll be a Bath City throw. We're approaching the last 5 minutes of this game. Morris to Ash. Ball goes flying out, Batten wins it. And this is a counter attack by Chesham. Parsal getting beaten too easily on that wing. Batten wins it in the middle though. Parsal with a direct ball straight up to absolutely nobody. And the pressure's getting piled on. Parsal wins a header, but it's won back again by Chesham. They're pushing for this goal. They play it back now. Bath City doing well to hold them out. I think Tomlinson wins that header. That's to Ash. Ash, he picks up Morris now. Morris goes long. Nobody there again. Come on, boys. 5 minutes left. Tomlinson wins that ball. Sweeten gives it away. Roberts plays it long. And it's pinging back and forth, and that's waste of the chance there for Chesham. Although Bath did not seem to help themselves really. Russ to Batten. Batten across to Tomlinson. He's good when he's had to step in Tomlinson. Keto to Beardmore, back out to Keto now. They're doing well, holding Sinner short, but now there's a ball. Falls to Ash across the box. Parsal! The assistant flag goes up for what I believe to be offside, but that wasn't too far wide of the post from Parsal. And here we go, resetting now with Brown. Through to Moore. Moore plays it in. Bath win a header. Chesham keep the ball on. Keep the ball in play. Bennett's now forward. They switch rings to Roberts. What can Roberts do here? He puts an early ball in. Menas looks to peel off but doesn't win his header. And it's played to Beardmore out to Keto. Keto plays that through to Parsal. Parsal plays a good ball to Beardmore. Beardmore plays it in, and that's Sinner. And that's a goal and assist off the bench by Beardmore. The guy is on absolute fire recently. And I keep saying it, Jenkins-Davies not doing enough. But Beardmore here, he makes that run. He gets that ball. He looks up. You can see the run. A lucky deflection, full straight to Sinner. God knows what Adebayo was doing at the back for Chesham. But that's a good opportunity and goal score for Bath. We're into 6 minutes stoppage time though. Can Bath hold this out? Look at that, 2.7 XG, only 2 goals scored. Something needs changing. But don't worry, we've got McPherson coming through the youth academy with a high finishing stat. And hopefully he's going to be the guy who's going to bag all the goals for us. We'll see what happens there. Weston-super-Mare have been relegated. So Scott Wilson, who we have loaned out to Weston-super-Mare, has been relegated. And so have Salisbury. Still tight there between Tonbridge, Hemel, Enfield Town, who do find themselves 4 points clear. The final playoff spot is not even guaranteed for Torquay yet. Teams can still catch them. Dorking are just in the race, probably 6 points behind, and I think there is 1 or 2 games, 2 games left there. So just enough. If they were to win both, and 7th place were to lose both, they can squeeze themselves in to the playoff spots. But you'll see, like I said, no difference to the table. We are still sat in 4th. Our next game will be against Dorking, but you'll see now all these youth players signing their contract. Like I said, I'm going to sign them all. I do want an under-21/under-18 squad next year to get some youth players developing in there, and also to give chance to Bath City players returning from injury, which we've had a lot of this season, to be able to build up their match sharpness and get going again. But you'll see Bath City 26 scholars announced, and these are 2 of the main ones they pulled out Jared Dyer, who can potentially become a key player for us, and Logan Morris. But one of the players at the moment I'm most excited about, I don't know if he signed a contract, let's see if we can find him, Ian McPherson. 16 finishing, the guy's an all-out striker, heading and first touch are poor, but really it's the finishing. He's got acceleration, he's got a bit of pace about him, so I look forward to that. I will go through these players probably in a separate side video that will be uploaded after this one. It won't be official to the series, but I would like to spend some time going through these youth players, deciding where I think their best position is and where they should play for us. But if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like, please do subscribe, and join me next time as we play Dorking.